Well, Wado Focarinos. Thank you to anyone that tunes in and or watches this video. All we're doing today is some practice for Season 1, Round 4. Last 3 races of my first eSports league, the TMKup, with the number 22 GT4 British livery safety car. And although I am not driving or racing in the season, I love sim racing, and to be able to do all of this stuff without any pressure is a blessing. So nevertheless, here we are. I'm going to try the Bentley and the Lambo today. Yesterday I had a go in the Lamborghini Huracan. Pretty solid, it seemed. I'm also trying to work out the real differences that you can gain and or lose from setups, from watching Jadia's new video that was up 2 or 3 days ago regarding basic setups. And you know, you can shave 0.650 of a second off per lap, and over 30 laps, that's, you know, it's a lot of time. 6.3 seconds times 3, 6, 12, 18, you know, and what happens, that's 20 seconds over the course of the race. So just to have free time, in a sense, is days.
Green light, go, go, go.
And I'm also trying some new button. Why are my wheels so cold? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna try some new.
Green light, show them what you got.
That's better. Green tires. So the first thing I'm going to do is just, I'm not really going to be pushing for lap times. I want to learn the course. The road conditions around Snetterton are very English. Traction control 6. Let's put the old settings back on. To get into the pits when we come back round. First time actually even trying the circuit on Assetto Corsa Competizione with the new British DLC pack, and I'm just such a fan of the British DLC pack because it reminds me of Toca Touring Championships back in the day on PlayStation 2, I believe. Yeah, way too long. Right, well, we're gonna put the proper settings on anyway. So let's go into here. Load and save. Bentley Snetterton. Happy days. Happy days. There we go. So you have to load them in every time you enter the session. And let's make sure that we've got controls. Go, which we do. Cruise traction control. Yep, we're good. Chilled out laps. Here's Snetterton. There's that grunt. Bentley isn't really something I'm used to, but I can tell straight away the difference between this and the Lambo. Use it a lot to catch it. I found as well when you sort of let go of the accelerator into corners and the weight of the car is bringing the front end round, and it's obviously going to do this more in a front-engined car, you can catch it by applying just a touch of accelerator. Some people it's backwards logic, but barely just feathering the brakes there. As this is a very challenging track. We've got a massive dip here, which is going to unsettle the car, so this is going to be a safety car track, I would imagine. Nevertheless, as I'm feathering the throttle. Kobe clearly happy. Knowing that he's going to be called many a time on Sunday, perhaps. Nevertheless, I am enjoying this Bentley. I'm going to stay in this view with the line on. It's not something I usually use, but it's a new track and I just want to get into the flow of things and then turn everything off. Get back into cockpit view, but I just, again, the purpose of this is to, traction control 1 isn't really catching it, it's letting it spin out, which I know you can control, but nevertheless, get into you can turn the car in so many ways. It's not just with your steering wheel. Your wheel is just controlling the balance. You're controlling the turn with your braking and your accelerator, which is where the aliens come into play. I am not an alien, but I can see why it makes you fast. But doing it on every corner is bloody impossible, at least to start off with. And obviously we've got 2 long straights. I'm going to have to learn the track names ready for Sunday, but nevertheless, we've got this long straight, which is up to a very awkward braking section. If you scrub off enough speed, you're going to have too much speed scrubbed off, and that might cause some accidents. And you've also got to gingerly make my way around this. You've got to, again, we want to be maximising track widths here. Yeah, let's do one more lap.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Really taking the condition of the road. Make my way around here. You've got camber to the left, so I want to keep that to the left. It drops off as we pull it in, and you can feel the car slide away from you. So right there, the camber is working against you. You can see that we're going up a touch. Wait to get back on the power, slam it back up. And again, laser scan tracks. You can see it. It's awesome. So much better than Tonka Touring Car on PlayStation 2. It was just a modelled version. This is an actual realistic version. And again, it's all about, it's not... The fastest drivers learn the track. Learning the car's one thing, but you've got to know the track. And look at the camber differences as you come through here. You've got to use it. If you don't use it, you're going to sacrifice time. Exiting and entering corners with this is barely even turning the wheel. And the front end still wants to oversteer, but nevertheless it's not a bad thing. We've got a big dip. Imagine a lot of people are going to lose the back end there as the suspension unsettles itself. It's such a big dip. I'm going to just pin it here, see what happens. And it sort of works. Feathering it, yes, but nevertheless we're just trying to see what we've really got to work with. So I'm going to just turn off driving line. Is it on here? Audio assists. Hidden. Laps. Because I really do just want to, I mean, look at the left side of this corner, brake early, boom, 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 the camber drops there, so if you're not on the proper braking marker for Snetterton, you're going to overshoot your braking marker. That might be a corner where a few drivers maybe find some difficulty. But again, this is why we have the practice sessions open. Again, going over a little bump. Too bad, not a lot of camber working with you, but not really too difficult at the corner. This one we're going to have to be really hard on the brakes, and you do have some camber, you can see that there. Left side is going up on the TV. We've got a bit more camber to the left here, but it looks like it just drops off here, so yeah, I'm not really getting the turn in I want, so there's probably just a flat road, not much camber to work with. Look, again, this is the long straight, and again, I think this corner is going to cause a lot of problems because it's not a normal braking section. I've got it way too hot there. As he makes it out, go down into first gear, and look at this dip. Boom. As it runs me wide. And then we've got a feathered corner, so you want to be obviously keeping the car on its limit to its turning potential by using your throttle. And look at that. I thought I was on the braking marker there, and I'm running wide, so we've got to just be, you know, considerate to the actual road conditions. It's like I mentioned before, it's not about are you a good driver, it's about can you use your skills on the track, learning the track. Look at the left side of the road, up, up, up. Camber drops, so I'm going to stay on the brake to keep it in, and I still don't quite get the turn in I wanted, even though that was okay, but nevertheless it's just sort of highlighting the fact that the camber is working against you. Horrible corner. I'm going to try and get that apex, power back on with the power. What up, Mikey? Too bad of a corner here, especially if you get that chucked in early enough, you're going to That's such a critical corner with this long straight into the horrible braking section. It's going to be interesting to see how some of the drivers are going to be able to handle this. So I've dropped down 2 gears instead of 1, keep it into the left, get on the brakes early. It's still not enough, but I am round. I'm going to keep it flat here, see what happens. Absolutely not a good idea. So we need to lift from that dip. This is why we're here. Let's try and keep it in as much as I can, get on the brakes a little bit earlier. Oh, felt a lot better. This Bentley's not too shabby. We've got 27.7 at the top. Let's go up 1 more. So 4 clicks on the right. Getting that power in the back end was the bring you around a little bit, which is that slip angle that the fast drivers talk about, but flipping heck is it hard capitalising on it every single corner. I mean, look at the delta. Yeah, I can see where I can be faster, but it's hard. It's really difficult. Taking more momentum into that corner. That pin there, that kind of worked because I knew the back end was going to come out, so I just straightened up the wheel a little bit earlier and it worked. Oh God. Yeah, I'm not really giving the Bentley much love, to be fair. I've never really been drawn to it. I've got nothing against Bentleys. Get off the gas, just made it back onto the throttle, back into the feathering section, which makes me feel uncomfortable. You've got to like utilize the weight and kind of like expect it. So you're not using the steering wheel at the end.
Well done, mate. Your fastest step so far.
Out of fuel. So what did we need? Hold on. Down 1 click, up 4 clicks. Okay. Down 1, up 4. Yeah, camber as well. I noticed as well the IMO, inside, middle and outside readings. And the top, well, the left 2 tyres are obviously being put under more pressure. Looking at the tyre readings, wear is the same. But the top right, top and bottom right don't seem to be, they don't have as much wear, so I'm thinking, oh shit, increase the camber. So we'll give it a go, and then we'll check. We'll check the IMO readings. Oh my God, man, that Bentley wheel. Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I need that, because I've got nothing for Bentley. I have now because I've started using it, but like when I saw it, I was just like, the ergonomics of that Bentley wheel, I was just like, holy Scheisenkopf. It's just, but then I noticed it's not a Bentley wheel, even though it is a Bentley wheel. It's a Universal GT3 and GT4 wheel, because when I went to Silverstone that week to watch the GT3 GT4 race, they had the inside view of the Toyota GT4, and it had the exact same wheel as the Bentley. It was just, I had the Toyota logo on. So it's obviously a universal GT wheel, which is kind of cool. So I'm definitely going to get that. I was going to get the McLaren, but I'm probably going to get that because it's got all the readings on the front. So, what up, Kent? I'm not on the server yet because I'm getting my track medals. But I just do, I don't know if I've got them, but also it was turning in a little bit too much. We've got the ride height nada, and then we've got the ride height up to there. And we can see we've got a minus 4.8 variation. Now if I put that all the way down and put the ride height down, we've got a minus 7 variation. So I believe that there's less downforce on the rear, but it was a little bit oversteery. So we'll try a little lift and see what that does. I'll turn the brake power down because 100% stupid. Brake bias all at the front. Okay. See what we get. So what we've got a 153.8, which I've not really been pushing, just learning the track. But now we've got the conditions of the car. I'm going to push a little bit harder now. I'm going to stay inside the car, get my track medals, and then jump on my server. I don't know if you can check your track medals on this already, can you? Is it track competence, consistency, car control? Consistency. Alright, outlap, always got to be careful. It's up into a wall. Definitely got to predict the spin of the car, but use it to your advantage. But it's one of those things that if you get it wrong, you're going to lose it. So it's such a risky kind of. But that's what aliens are. They've just learned the craft. There's no such thing as an alien. It's just a term for. I don't know. You know that. It's just a term for someone that's perfected the craft, and we can't understand why they're so good, so we call them an alien. But really, they've just spent time practicing the craft. That's all anything is. Yeah, look at that look. So you just turn the car around, you can use it. Kind of want to turn it in just so you just get that turn in, just a touch, and bring it back out. Yeah, I'm going to start getting on the Guinness, I think. I'm going to have to, aren't I, really? Yeah, straighten that wheel up just as you get on the power, because otherwise it just spins out, but it works. there. Yeah, it's a mix of many different cultures, probably. I am from Grimsby, born in Lincoln, but I moved from there when I was 2. Dad didn't want me, and moved to Grimsby. So it's a Grimsby accent, but even a lot of people in Grimsby don't really talk like this. It's my other family's from mum's side's from Lincoln, dad's now from Hull. Yeah, it's a strange old accent. Just gotta straighten that car, I think. Yeah, but Mikey, man, I'm so stoked, dude. That's why I was asking if you was involved in this thing, because I hadn't seen you on track forever. And concentrate. Oh god. Yeah, I just can't wait. They all seem like amazing people in that lobby, man. All seem like amazing people. And yeah, I wasn't sure if that car was yours, the one that you had done from you. I can't remember the guy's name. By the way, it was awesome. I'm starting to get this. Gabber, I talk too much, one of them. God, this feels so much better. Just learning the track, it's paid off. I'm surprised I messed that corner up. As I said, it's doing well. 2.7, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 4 clicks to the left tyre. Oh. Get on them brakes. Chuck it in. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Slowly but surely. Kept it pinned a little bit too much. Should have probably dabbed the brakes as well. Enjoying this little get the back end loose. It's your advantage.
Well done, mate. Yours are the best.
Yeah, exactly, mate, what you just said. Exactly what you've just said. Shit. Still made it. Also noticing the harder I drive it, the more my temperatures want to stay up. We're in the last lap, 2 laps. Or you can catch it with 2nd gear. I should have thrown it in earlier. But yeah, kind of wait for this event. I don't know what it's called, but there's some amazing people involved, man. I was watching Rich's interview he did with Tidgney, and that was an awesome watch. It's just kind of cool, like, I mean, it's from Australia, like Seal, but it's just kind of cool to... Love you! Okay, well, we've run out of fuel. It's cool to see how just chilled he is and how he had the chance to meet Tidgney when Tidgney was in Australia for the GT Sport, one of the cups. And yeah, it's amazing how closely knitted everyone is. Because obviously, you know, I've got a studio and music's my thing. and sim racing is also my thing. Racing is my thing. And I met a tribute band at my local pub called, I've got no idea, but they did a Slipknot tribute band. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I was talking to them and whatnot afterwards, just thinking they were like normal dudes, the guitarist was the guitarist from Cradle of Filth, which I'm not necessarily into, but they are big, and the drummer was the drum tech for the late, who has just passed away, Joey Jordison, passed away a few days ago, but he's very close, or was very close, with Joey Jordison. Well, what I'm saying here is, it's when you actually get involved in something, once you know one person, you actually know everyone, even though you might not know it right there and then. Everyone's connected, and that's what I've realised, and it's quite amazing, really. It's not better. Let's just go up a little bit more. I think brake ducts are fine. There's such thing as a splitter. Yeah, check out all this. Well, maybe go up. Oh, shoot. Let's go to 90, I think. Let's see what we can get. Okay, let's try that. A 153.661. Tires are warmed up at the rear. Brakes. Let's warm the brakes up. Go. Nice and warm. Tires warm as well. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, shit. And I think at the end of the day, it's people's energy. It vibrates in other people, man. You just know what people are about. You can feel it in them. And that group that you're racing for, I was just like, this is an awesome group. There seems to be much drama, no drama with Infinity. Actually having Kobe, my son, involved in sim racing, and now the TMKup as a safety car driver. So he's only 10. You know, the TMKup is it's just for a laugh. It doesn't mean anything else, but it's great to have him involved. And God, you know, what I think what I'm trying to say is it's all about the experiences, isn't it, that we have. And I want to be around the right people, and yeah, that group is awesome. Kevin's awesome, Hugh's awesome, Rich is awesome, Moomin, whoever he is, freaking Moomin. You remember that Moomin? Kid Moomin. Big ass straight, a little bit of an uphill descent. Again, right hand car. Gas, sorry, the brakes, like just ploughing on the brakes like you would in Gran Turismo is just such a bad thing in this. Like, I feel like you can get as much power out of 30% brakes as you can out of 100, if not more. It's like putting more pressure on it. Puts the ABS into use, which means you've got less grip. That's it. Spin that car around for me, Bentley. Get off the gas, get off the gas. Shit. Ah! Yeah. I think you can sense my vibe. Right. Don't ring up, don't. Let's have a little look anyway. Return to garage. Okay. Dougie! What up, my brother from another mother? Two brothers from other ethereal mothers. Loving it. That was nice. But it's time. What does ST mean, please? Is this like a super fucking fast version or something? Is this the one that GLR is considering doing? Huracan Evo, and Huracan ST. Interesting. Okay. That's what I need to do. Mate, that Mikey, hands down, that livery. Just remind me of the guy's name, will you, that's done it. That guy, what he's done to your Volkswagen is hands down the best looking livery I've seen, honestly. And I love how it's so paying homage to GLR. Where's my bloody ratings? Oh, there we go. Track competence. Snetterton. None? What do you mean none? Oh, do you know what? I own the bloody server, don't I? Let's just take it off. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh my god. I will show you all that later. Okay. Configuration. Event. Is it event? No. Settings. Safety rating. Let's go. Let's just go 10. Because I think track medals. Save. Restart. Okay, let's give it a go. Yeah, I know, mate. Well, this is it. As soon as I got into sim racing, I probably did a bit on Well, I did everything on Gran Turismo Sport, and I kind of miss that now. But you know, you only got so many hours in a day. But I just haven't been playing it, which is why I'm playing it now. Because I just don't play it. Because the time that I'm coming to do sim racing, I'm doing sim commentary. So, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing what I'm doing, and I owe a lot to the GLR boys because it's all happened because of you guys. So, but yep, nevertheless, I am working to get it all done, and obviously, depending on what the next track is for the TMKup, that's the one that I'm going to be working on.
Green light, go, go, go.
Okie doke. Right, so I've noticed. Hey up! I'm still in the Bentley. like I say, Mikey, I appreciate them words, and not only will I heed those words, I will also begin my journey. And I don't think you may realise how special this is for perhaps me and you. But I'm most certainly going to treat myself to some Guinness. I don't drink, so... Where the fuck is it? There it is. Talking to you. That's a fair point, actually. Yeah, I mean, my life kind of has become this, and my music. But again, it's a pleasure to obviously having this time to be able to put into here. It's a pleasure to be able to work with the people that I am.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Minus 0.2%. Now it's going up. So does that mean there's a negative effect, even though it's... Interesting. Let's just go for 0, eh? Let's just fucking do that, mate. Okay. I mean, you know it. You fucking know it, Doug. What a kid. I already love the sound of this so much more. Oh, tyres are very... Slidey McSlide. See what we can get. I'm learning a lot with regards to the setups, and I was watching Jadier's setup because I've seen a previous one of Jadier, but he's done a new one, and I watched that like twice, and it's basic setups. Tyres. Kind of felt horrible. Even though it's basic, it's from the changes he made. He was only. Oh, God's sake, what's going on? Is this aero effect thing? I've gone the wrong way. He was making 0.650 of a second per lap. So over 30 laps, it's touching 20 seconds. Man. Well, either this needs a completely different way of driving, which looking at the temps, I'm not sure that is the reason. I was loving this last night. It feels totally different. Or maybe I'm just trying to drive it like the Bentley again. So there's more than enough braking time. obviously we don't want to be doing that, getting off the gas. We want to keep on the gas, use that camber, brake early, and then come off the brakes into the corner. And there we go, hitting the apex. So I know what I need to do. Get on the gas early, get the back end out, push it around for me a little bit, use that as the momentum. This is a horrible corner. Where am I going? It's top left. Yeah, so let's have a little look. 2.79, 2 clicks down, 3 clicks up, 27, 10 clicks up and 10 clicks up. Okay. 10 clicks. Ah, it's because of the time of day. Wow. I like that. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? I can't remember. Let's just try that. Was it down 4? I can't remember. Turn off ratings. Is this multiplayer ratings? Cheers, Mikey. Options. HUD? Multiplayer. Server statistics off. Minimum message. Driver ID. Green light. Virtual. Rating. Consistency. Track competence. Session info. Where am I looking here, Doug? What did you call it? Turn off ratings. Ratings. Rating practice. Oh, turn it off. You can't. Yeah, you need multiplayer only. Multiplayer only. Rating, multiplayer only. Is that right? Legend. What? What? Was I speeding? Where's my pit limiter button? I can't remember what was my pit limiter. Was it that one? No. What's that one do? Pit limiter, circle. No. X. Pit limiter. Okay. Off. Okay. Car feels so much better for some reason. And they've got cold tires. Why is that? Too much gas there. Yeah, you are right. No. My God, being one of them, won't it? Yeah, I love the how the arrows go up or down depending on whether you just need to scrub off a bit of speed. This corner's quite... You can take liberties in it, but you just got to be careful when you exit. I'd like to be able to enter it. Oh shit. a real good run out of there. So just touching the brakes, just keeping it throttle pinned. To keep the balance. Too late there. Yeah. You can still clip the apex and get out, but obviously we want a nice smooth run. It is, mate. After, I mean, I got a little bit of a soft spot for the Lambo. I like the Ferrari. I haven't really given much love to the Vantage. I do feel though, through the corners, it's a lot more stable and planted than the Bentley. However, the Bentley's front end, and you can most certainly feel the oversteer as well, especially when you're hitting the brakes. The front end of the car just wants to turn in that little, well, I say a little bit more, it's quite a lot actually, especially compared to the Lambo. Lexus, yeah, a lot of people use Lexus in Next Gen League. We come to for Wednesday. Hankin, and what's going on here? Oh shit. Drivers be advised, Lambo mowing the lawn. Right. Let's get this done. Now I'm on the left-hand sided car. It's just a Bentley. Well, that's a late apex, so maybe what I was doing was close to right. It did feel okay when I actually exited that corner. Dab of the brakes, chuck it in, get on the gas early. Yeah. It's a tricky beast, old Assetto Corsa, but that's what I like about it. It's so much more rewarding. Lambo tractor. Have you seen Clarkson's farm? Yeah, Clarkson approves. Clarkson's farm, bro. Oh shit. This is not too bad, provided you just stay on the brakes just a touch. Get it in. Sleep on the time. This is a horrible corner. Comments? Yeah, I mean, lap by lap, it's feeling better and better and better. Oh shit, I just realised there's a bump on that curb. Yeah, you can't take that curb.
You've got light damage at the rear.
Okay. We are going to get this done. We are going to get the track medals. So I have to push. I was only like 5% on the throttle and it's like max revs, and I've got the dead zone of the throttle to 100. Brakes warmed. Are you having a nice time, Doug? For God's sake. Get it back up. With your trip away. Light damage in your underpants. Yeah, you're not kidding. Right, let's just jump off board. I'm gonna just try it in this view. Not that I do, but I just want to look at the track. The track medals in. What a legend. We'll be late here. Chuck it in. Get on the gas and a brake again. That works. Let it slide on the way in, catch it with the accelerator with the balance. This gets me every time. Gotta be really... Got to be on the throttle and the brake at the same time. Kobe, can you just open that window? I'm sweating. Can you open the window? I'm sweating. Please, next to you. Oh, miss the curb, please. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Should have gone out first. That's that really long hairpin. I think it's a hairpin, but it is. But it's longer than you expect. It's quite a late apexed hairpin, shall we say? Stay in second. Works for me. A little bit of brake. Okay, I'm starting to feel this. Try that again. Slam on the brakes. Chuck it in. Clip the sausage. We're going to see some spins on Sunday. That's a guaranteed. Yes! Come on! Come on! Come on, push! I'm losing the delta! Oh, look at the delta! Come on! Push! Let's go! I always get the back end out on that corner unintentionally, not intentionally. As I'm losing the weight transfer, exiting that long right-hander. Nevertheless, we're a second and a half up from the previous lap time. ideal, and I know we've lost a bit of time, but nevertheless we're still 1.3 nearly up. We go over the start finish. I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can push for another. We're going to get 3 track medals soon, but I'm going to push. Keep it in. A lot of fucking exit speeds we had there. Could have probably been down a gear. That's better. No, it's not gaining time. Yeah, you got to keep that in fin and keep it pinned in first. And just allow, be ready for that back end to come out, because it's all about that. Head up again. I'm going to just try and be a little bit. Not good. Trap medals yet. So keep going. Yeah, look at the right tyre. The temperatures are now been driving it harder. We're quite a bit up. So, I'm going to go and talk about the, as I sort the pressures out, what are we? 0.7, so we need 6, 6, 8, 6, 6, 6, 8, 4. Okay, and tyre wear is similar. We've now increased the tyre wear, probably a little bit too much. So we'll just take that down to a, we'll go to a 4.6. Disc wear is fine. Wear 2.9, so we've got even wear minus the rear left. Have you read the message? Okay. That is what I think it's time to do. Have a quick little drink. I'm really interested in these setups because I think obviously a lot of it is balancing it out for the track. Obviously the tyre wear, the IMOs, kind of round about there. I've only really changed the top right tyre and increased its camber, so it increases its tyre wear because it had the least amount of tyre wear. Now it seems to be similar, maybe a little bit more on the outside, which could be the camber, so let's go 4.5 actually. We'll keep the wing at max. Brake ducts is fine. Ride height. Let's just try that and just see what happens. Okay. Just because of the pit limiter that it's doing that, is it? Wow. Whoa, look at that! You God, I'm telling you, this track is gonna ruin people's races. Just touching, I mean, I get it, and I deserved it, but just touching that curve. I think the curves are there to, like, help you in a sense, not actually... Shit, send you into misery. Oh, come on! Yeah, tires. Shit. Is that because I've increased the rear ride height? So it's obviously going to be... Yeah, it is. Okay. How very interesting. Constantina. Okay. So I'm now going to start the I'm going to say a lap guide, but it's not. It's more. Oh, for God's sake. Pit limiter. Okay. This is a lap guide, but it's a lap guide in the sense of I just want to explain what I have learnt, what to watch out for, rather than, you know, this is a quick lap time and this is how to get it. I'll be able to help with regards to just the little things I've learned. So, as I get my tyre temperatures up, this corner here is a feathery throttle, if you will. Just waiting to get back on the power. This is a heavy braking section. There's no camber working, and it's late apex, so you can see I'm taking it late there. It was too late, but it's a late apex hairpin. Here you just want to be on the brakes, shoving it in, and then getting back on the gas as early as you can. You can get back on the gas early there if you get it right. A lot of camber here. As you can see, I'm really able to turn the car in. You want to keep it in first gear. Use the rotation of the car to push you around. So yes, that's where the rear end will become loose. But if you're ready for it, like James May said, if you're ready for it, you can counter steer in time. So that's what it's all about. Now this right hand corner is you're basically trying to balance the car to just be as smooth as possible, and you never really get back on the power. You want to really focus on just getting on the brake at the end of that corner. So again, as we come to the first corner here, it's Snetterton. We've got a little bit of camber. It's quite a late section. We can chuck it in and get on the power early. You want to be very careful with that there that I just went over. That will send you off, I guarantee you. You've got camber here, but then it drops off now. You want to keep that into first gear, use the rotation of the car, back on the throttle. And again, I'm not necessarily doing this driving an incredible lap time, but again, it's just things that I have learned. So again, this is a heavy braking section. 1, 2, 3, 4 gears down in the Lambo. A little bit hesitant getting on the gas through there, not through that one, sorry. You want to just chuck it in. This one you've got a load of camber, so get back on the gas early, keep it pinned in first, use the rotation of the car. It will stick to the road providing you get it right. That you've got to wait to get back on the gas with that corner, but again, if you just take a little bit of time with regards to actually going around the track on bonnet view, you can see the actual changes in camber dimensions. So here to the right we've got a little bit of a bump, you can't keep it pinned, got to get weight settled before we get back on the gas, and you use the throttle and brake through there and through here. To control the angle of the car. So again, as we go uphill, we don't really have much camber, but it's a late section. We want to keep the car as balanced as we can. That doesn't really matter too much, but obviously the more balance you have, the quicker you can turn it in, the quicker you get back on the gas, the quicker you can head up here. Brake early because the camber drops off here. As you can see, it's just running a little bit wide. So make sure we get that one right. And this is a sort of medium braking section. Very easy to lose weight of the car. Wait to get back on the gas. Not sure what else to say about that. This is an awkward one. You've got to be on the brakes in good time. Very late apex for me. It's too late, but nevertheless, still got to get on the brakes in time. So you want to click that apex, you can get back on the gas early. Keep that downforce working from the rear wing. Again, you want to be on early here, straighten up the car in to combat the oversteer, and just a little bit there. Yeah, this is a very challenging track, but it's very fun, so it's worth going around it and learning. feather in the brake so you can maximise as much of the brake as you can, instead of just holding it, because that's just going to settle the car, especially around this bumpy English track. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, straighten up. And there we go. That's pretty much everything I have learned. So now I'm just going to do one more lap, but take it slow so you guys can actually see what it is I'm talking about. So, as you can see here, there's no camber, it's just flat. It's quite a nice corner, it's not too much to worry about. However, this, look at that. Not only does it go, my wheels turning to the right, because obviously, yeah, look at that. You've got that right there in front of me, which goes back up. Now, if you're touching that curb, as you can see the car go up, right? If you're touching that curb, you're going to spin off, guaranteed. And you're racing. Okay, so you can see that right there. So make sure you miss it. You can still get on the gas early, miss that as you come out of that apex up to the very tight hairpin. Again, you want to be early on the brake, and as you come down to the downhill bit there, that's where you release the brake, and you hope that you have put enough pressure on that you can slow down in time, because if you brake where you think you should brake, you won't because of the downhill. So look, you've got a little bit of an uphill here, and you can see here, so you're going to start losing pressure here as it goes downhill, but you've got camber. So the camber starts here, so you're not going to get any till around about here. Start using it. You've got to wait though. Plow that accelerator down, shift the car around like that. Good to go. This one, like a light to medium braking section. Again, you want to balance the car. Don't turn it in too much as you're braking. Turn it in, get it balanced, and then out you go with a tiny bit of camber for your working benefit. Early on the brakes here. Late apex. Around, there's not much to say other than get the best exit speed you can, hit it, quick dab it on the brakes, boom, chuck it in, and obviously you want to clip that apex, which means you can get on the gas as early as possible. And this is crucial. Look, you can already see the camber, the dip on the inside of the road, and the outside goes up. So you want to be turning in, and you can see that. Look at the left side of the screen and the right. It's huge. We don't really appreciate it, but if you look at it and take time, it's there. And you gain a lot more time, and it's look how much of an exit space there is. So you just want to plant the accelerator down while it turns you round, and this catches me out a lot. So make sure you clip the apex and wait to get on the gas till about here, and then you back out. You're going to need the wheel pretty straight. You should be in low gear. Hurl your way down to the end of sector 2, the Sensitive Bridge. Hard on the brakes or medium. It's absolutely your choice here, because this is an awkward one. But again, you'll get it right. For God's sake. And yeah, so you want to be very heavy on the brakes there, because it's a first gear exit. So yeah, I'm going to call that there. Thank you to anyone that's watched, and I'm going to be jumping back on here soon as the server is now live. But yeah, it's just my food for thought. And yeah, thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.